Well, good morning, everyone. As you can see, sun's up. I'm not in my truck, and I'm not going to go in my truck. Got to do something a little bit different. Little truck went to the shop yesterday and the day before to get an oil leak fixed, and got it done. Haven't got a phone call to do anything, so here we are. Nice thing about having your own trailer and an extra pickup, if you need to go get your truck, you just leave your trailer with your truck and go take your little pickup, load it up, and bring it all home. Works pretty good. But this summer sometime I bought a old Farmall tractor to do a little mowing with, because I was pretty slow on the trucking side. Didn't have much to do for every day of the week. I'd work about 3 days a week, so I needed something else to do. So I bought an old Farmall tractor with a bush hog, and thought I'd do a little mowing on the side if I could drum up some business. Turns out there ain't no business to be had in the mowing business, but I found one customer. That's it. That's all I found, and I mowed his ditch along the highway, and did that one time. Now he wants me to do it again. So here we are with our, yeah, I do have that. That's not my tractor. Yeah, it has a 15-foot back wing. Still not my tractor, so can't use it. But there she is. This here's a 1940-ish Farmall M. It's got about 35 horse. Yeah, it leaks a little, but that's been there over the course of the summer. And as you can see, this tractor leaks a little too. And it never has. I never have to fill that thing up with hydraulic fluid. It's always still full. So a leak on concrete looks way worse than what it actually is, but it's old. It's, what, 80 years old? Something like that. So it's got the right to leak oil. But yeah, I bought this little setup. Cheap enough. Come with some extra goodies and a 5-foot mower. I wish you were 6, but it's 5. But yeah, I greased it up real good last time I was using it. Day before yesterday, it got rained on. I mean, flat rained on hard when I was coming back. I was mowing that ditch, and the mechanic calls. He was working on my truck and said, talk to me about it a little bit. And then I felt a raindrop, and this is about 4 miles from the house, maybe 4.5. And so I'm talking to him. I feel a raindrop on my hat. I'm like, uh-oh. Because it wasn't supposed to rain till 9 o'clock in the evening. Here it was about 2:30. And I said, hey, I got to go. It's going to rain on me, and I'm on a no-cab tractor. So he's like, okay, I'll let him go. And I had one more strip to do, which is about a 1/8 of a mile long strip. So I do that, and then it starts raining a little bit. I mean, more than a sprinkle. Like, crap, I'm in trouble now. So started booking it back to the house at a full 20 miles an hour, and it quit raining, and it didn't rain at all until I was about a mile away from the house. And I see just this wall. I mean, just this wall of rain, and it was windy. You could tell that front was just moving in hard. And there's tree rows every half mile or mile out here, and you could see this tree row disappear, and then this tree row disappear, and then this one disappeared. And I was like, oh crap, this ain't good. And sure enough, it come down. I mean, it was probably 30-40 mile an hour wind. I mean, it just came in hard, just pouring. I was soaked to the bone. driving my old tractor. I was a mile away from the house, and that was a mess. I didn't expect it to rain, but it sure enough did. So here we are 2 days later. We're going to try and finish up that ditch. That way it's done. Funny thing about this old tractor, when I went to buy it, I couldn't find the dipstick. I said, asked that guy, "Where's the dipstick at?" Well, he'd never checked the oil either, because he didn't have it for very long. Didn't use it. He said, "Well, I don't know." So we Googled it. We couldn't come up with anything. Finally, we noticed these little guys right here. And that is how you check your oil. See, there's none there. Hopefully we got some here. Yep, got a little bit of oil there, so probably need to add a quart. That's alright. If you add a quart every time you use it, that ain't too bad. So, yeah, if you're wondering where your dipstick is, there is none. No dipstick at all. And there's no dipstick for the hydraulic fluid either, so I just kind of guess on that as well. But we'll go ahead and get it fired up, see if it'll fire up this morning. It's a little chilly. Turn the fuel on. Climb aboard here. Kind of hard to do one-handed. Whoop. Try it again. A quart of oil, we'll be in business. Grab a little of this good stuff. Yeah, it's synthetic. I don't usually run synthetic in any of my stuff, but needed it, so I bought a 30-gallon jug at the truck stop. Yeah, 30-gallon or $30 for a gallon. Kind of ridiculous, but they had me where they wanted me. Needed oil and they had oil. how this goes one-handed. About a quart or so. Be careful not to get your fingers in this fan, because this is the real deal. There's no clutch on that fan. Alright, there we go. Well, I guess while I'm here, I'll give you a little tour of the tractor. This here's your throttle. If you don't know how a tractor works, that is. If you know how a tractor works, just skip this part. But clutch, left brake, right brake, down there. You can lock them together. This is my rigged up parking brake. You just pull on this rope. It just ratchets down, that's your parking brake. And on this tractor it actually works, which is kind of rare. Usually they don't work at all. But that's not original, that's your ignition. Push button start. This little guy, where's he at? Turns on your hydraulics. And then that's up, down. And then to turn your PTO on, you have to push in your clutch. And where's he at? Pull this little guy up. And then that puts your PTO in gear. And it's not a live PTO, it's just runs off a clutch just like the transmission. So yeah, if you're not moving, you're not turning that PTO. And which is unhandy. And so is the hydraulics, they're not live either. This is kind of old original equipment, so you gotta have your clutch out to do anything, otherwise you're just doing this. But reverse is up there. Go first, it's like underneath you, but it's very slow. This is a good gear for mowing really big grass. Second's usually your mowing gear if you got just good regular grass that isn't too gnarly. But third, fourth, fifth. This is a fast gear. A whole 20 mile an hour maybe. Well, we're back in the shed now. One thing I'd like to add is if you're going to be running a tricycle tractor like this, especially mowing ditches, you need to be careful because this tractor can tip over really easy. This one's not set up the best. As you can see, the wheels ought to be spun around, but with the width of my mower, I don't want my wheels any wider for the quality of the cut. But when you get on an edge, you gotta be real careful because it'll tip over. It'll tip over backwards too. You can pop a wheelie pretty easy on this tractor. This one's set up just good enough, and if you notice, this mower doesn't have a back wheel, so it's just kind of hanging on the back, which is fine. It's better that way when I load it on my trailer, actually, because you want to back it on the trailer. You don't want to pull forward on the trailer, otherwise you'll tip over and die. Short of the story. But this one, where that mower hangs off the back all the time, the front end will actually bounce and start sliding down the hill before the whole tractor decides to tip over. So that's kind of the only reason I do ditches, because it's set up just about right to where you won't kill yourself and it won't quite tip over. So that's just something I'd like to add. You need to be real careful with these old tractors. A wide front end is better, but it still won't completely make it safe. If that tractor starts to tip, you better be looking for some high ground and getting out of there, because it will roll over on you and it will crush you, and that'll be the end of the story. But other than that, the old tractor did pretty good. I kind of like running it. It's fun. It's nothing special, but it's a little different. Kind of takes you back in time a little bit. It's pretty simple. There's nothing complicated on this tractor. And, you know, it just fires up, and might fire up a little slow, but it'll start, and once it's fired up, it'll go, and it'll just flat do the job just like it ought to. Nothing too special about it. Just a good old tractor. So I'll leave you with that, and we'll catch you on the next video.